Hello class and welcome to COMS130 online for fall 14. This session is a startup session showing we'll go over a few things as to what you need to work on and what are the stuff that you need to worry about for a successful semester. As soon as you log in into Blackboard, you will see the announcements. As you can see on your screen right now, there's an announcement telling you my name is Joel and telling you to also go to the startup session after you have read the entire announcements. It gives you the goal of the course and what are the stuff that we're going to cover, and then also it discusses the activities that you have to complete, which are stuff that you have to complete between completing the work in test out, and I'll talk about that, what it is in a minute, and also the discussion boards which are in Blackboard, and also attendance that must be done on a weekly basis for financial aid purposes. We'll discuss where to go to create an account in test out, which is something that you need to get done as soon as possible. And last but not least, there's also an online address and consent for release of information form that you have to complete, and the link is right here. As you can see, you can just copy and paste the link and you'll be able to continue follow the instructions. So let's go ahead and start with the course information. Under course information, you'll find a few things that you'll need to worry about. Number one is the syllabi, and it's in a folder called syllabus, course syllabus. So you click on that and you'll be able to see the syllabi. There's also the PowerPoint slides. The PowerPoint slides are from the textbook that you have, which is a textbook that is mapping to test out, and here you'll find a document called Lab Sim Text Out Textbook Mapping PDF. It shows you what it maps to, so it goes through both it goes through the textbook and it goes through a test out at the same time. And then here there's a course schedule which is inside of the syllabi. If you go through the syllabi, the first thing you'll see is my name. My office is 2320, which is located on the second floor of the RTC building, the technology building, and my office hours when I'm available in there, and also contact information. The best way to get hold of me is via email. I do check my email on a daily basis. If you send me an email, you do not receive a reply from me, at least attesting that I did get it, like a confirmation that I did get your email within a day or two, please send it again. Try to use your MCC email, your webmail, when you're emailing me, so like that we're positive that you don't have a problem and it goes through. Stay away from Blackboard. Do not email me from Blackboard. We've experienced problems before and it's not going to work. Also, when you send me an email, please put your name and the course, COMS130 WWW01, in the subject title in the email, so like that I'll know that it is from a student. I receive over 150 emails advertisement a day, so I usually don't check them or ignore them or delete them. So like that, if I see that it is from a student, I'll get back to you ASAP. Even if I don't have an answer to your question, at least I will reply telling you I did get it, we'll get back to you. Then at that level, you shouldn't worry about it and you should be, tranquil until I'll get back to you. So then it gives you a course description. It tells you what it is, what you have to complete. What you'll need is two things. You'll need a lab sim voucher that you get from the bookstore, and you'll need also a textbook, which is a study guide that will prepare you for both the Linux Plus exam, which is divided in two exams, 101 and 102. So this course actually prepares you. If you finish the whole course from A to Z and practice very well, you should be able to go and pass the A plus exam, the Linux Plus exam, which you can get that done at discounted price at MOD, because we are a testing center for CompTIA. Attendance is taken in Blackboard once a week. It's due before Monday of every week, 11:59 p.m. and that's for financial aid purposes or anything that is related to payments that you receive from the government. So please remember to do so, as if you fail to sign in for a week, then you'll be marked absent, and that's how it will be sent, even though you're completing the work and you're on top of your work and that's out. But that's the way we take attendance for financial aid purposes, and I'll show you that in a minute how it's done. If you're paying out of pocket cash, then you don't have to worry about this attendance. It's not something you need to worry about at that level. Then it discusses competencies, class expectations, assignments. You'll have three different things that you'll be assessed on. You have the work and test out, you'll have discussion boards that you have to complete, and you'll have also two exams that you'll have to complete. And the grade is the usual, the 95, 100, etc. So as you can see, the lab sim and exams is practice. It's pretty much labs that you have to complete. The labs are 50% of your grade. So I'll add everything that you completed, divide by the total, and then multiply by 50%. The discovery topics, which are the discussion questions, are 25%. You'll need to do an initial post and reply to 2 of your classmates. Right there, that's 75% of your grade. So there's nothing simpler than guaranteeing 75 points, 75% for your grade. The only thing left that you need to do and study a little bit harder for is 2 tests. One of them will be out of the textbook that you have, which will cover either the first 4, 5, 6 chapters, and the second one will be out of test out, which will be at the end of the semester. So 2 things that are very simple to do, which is labs and exams. Exams and test out are quizzes, and I will allow you to take them twice. I will allow you to do the lab twice, and I will allow you to do the exam twice. The quizzes, not the test. The quizzes and test out, I will allow you to do them twice. Every time I will take the highest grade out of the 2. So let's say the first time you got an 80, the second time you got an 85 or a 90 or a 95. I'll take the highest out of the 2. And that's pretty much the way I will do it, is give you more than one chance to get a best grade possible. And it is very, very possible that you end up with a 99% on both the labs and the exams during the semester. So it is very feasible. It's just a question of time, a question of going through the videos, and a question of doing them again. Now the deadline for the work, as you can see here, I divided them in 15 weeks, and each work has a specific due date. Week 1 pretty much is just for you to get accustomed to test out and the way it works. So I don't have anything due for you to complete. It does not mean that you cannot jump on it and start working as soon as possible. So week 1, as you can see, is discovery topic, which is introduction, introduce yourself in Blackboard, and set up your test out account, and that's due by September 8 before 11:59. Week 2, section 00, which is nothing in test out, we'll see that in a minute. Section 00 just gives you an introduction, so there is nothing to be done. As you can see, the first 2 weeks there is not much that you need to get done. It's just for you to get accustomed to it and get ready and jump on it. I'm not giving you those 2 weeks to waste. I'm giving you 2 weeks to get used to it so you can jump on it and do not waste time and be able to complete the work as soon as possible. The sooner you can complete it, the better it is. So do not waste those 2 weeks thinking, yeah, you know what, it's not a big deal, I'll be fine, it's not a problem, I'll be able to catch up later, and it's not a problem because I have enough time to complete this work and so forth. As you can see, section 1 is due on the 22nd. Section 1 is one of the longest sections. Section 1 and 7 are the longest in test out, so you definitely need to work on that as soon as possible. So you have pretty much 3 weeks to complete section 1, not 1 week. You have 3 weeks. Once again, please be careful. I'm allowing you time at the beginning. I want you to get used to it, and I want you to take the time to complete section 1.0 in Linux. In test out, that is over 17 subsections that you have to complete. Every section has a subsection that you have to complete. So it takes a lot of time to complete section 1. You have 3 weeks to complete that. And as you can see, everything else is there. Test 1, your first exam, is scheduled for week 7, which is October 20th, which will be done in Blackboard. And then from there we'll continue the same thing for each until we get to section 12, week 14, and then your last exam, which will be in test out, will be due December 15th. Late policies, I do not accept late work except if you really have an exceptional reason or special reason. Then we'll need to discuss that, and then from there I'll be able to work something out with you if possible. Then I'll have to determine on that. Now for the discovery topics or the discussion questions, you'll need to answer a few questions, usually are from the textbook, or you can research them online. Then from there, what you need to do, you need to reply to 2 of your classmates by adding to what they posted, not just by saying, yeah, good job, or I agree, or I disagree with what you said. That does not count as a reply. If you do not reply with at least 3 full sentences, you'll be getting the credit of half of it. So each discussion question is 10 points. So you'll get only 5 points. You will not gonna get the second half of the credit. So make sure to reply by replying well and making sure that it is a full sentence that you're replying by adding to what they have. Withdraw, NS, financial aid, all of this, please review it. If you have any question, let me know. Incomplete policy, I do not give incomplete. You'll have to either pass or drop or fail the class. Mods policy, you have to have 75% of your grade with the passing grade. Complete 75% of the work done with the passing grade, which is, not something that you need an incomplete for. Now, if you have any disability, please contact the disability services and they'll be able to tell you what you need to complete, and from there contact me with the proper documentation. Tutoring, there is tutoring available. The Learning Center in the Prawl building, please contact them as soon as possible. Other than that, a disclaimer: if there's any change to the syllabi, I will contact you. I will make the changes, update the syllabus in Blackboard, and will contact you through announcements in Blackboard, and will contact you through your webmail. That's pretty much the way I get hold of you guys. So please keep checking your webmail and keep checking announcements in Blackboard. There's also frequently asked questions. Please review those. If you have any question, let me know. Hopefully those will be helpful somehow. Then from there, we'll go to creating test out account. That shows you the steps that you need to follow to create your test out account. So it's a PDF file. You just open that. Take a minute. It's pretty straightforward once you get in it. Once you have your voucher, you get that from the bookstore. It shows you pretty much all the steps that you need. There's only one step usually that student do a mistake, which is enrolling in a class, and that's what you need to be careful about at the end. So as you can see, there is 5 different steps that you need to follow, and those are pretty straightforward steps. Once we go to, I'll show you that in a minute. Pretty slow laptop that I'm using for the school. So it shows you what you have to complete when you go to create an account, what are the steps that you have to do, by going to testout.com. Before you're able to log in, right here you can see there is create an account. So you create the account and then you follow these steps. It shows you once you're logged in what you need to do. And adding additional course, that's where pretty much a lot of students do mistakes, is adding the incorrect course. And then from there, enrolling in a class. The last step, pretty much joining a school. You'll have to join Mott Community College. And then last but not least is enter the name of your school if you cannot find it, and then finally enroll in a course. And that's where a lot of students do mistakes. I will pretty much by the end of the week, I will do a review of everybody that is in, and if you're not in, I will definitely get hold of you, email you, and let you know if you're in or not. So enroll in a class, that's pretty much, this is the step that you need to be very careful about. Once you log in, you will see 2 different COMS. Yours is COMS130 WWW01. It's the online section. Do not enroll in the COMW130 01. That's the on ground, that's the face-to-face. So that's not the one that you need to join. You need to join the COMS 130 WW01, and then once you're done, pretty much you'll end up finishing the whole thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and log in and show you really quickly what you'll need to complete in here. Oh god, this is not installed. Let's continue by the time we install this. It's not my laptop. This is the school's laptop that I'm using to create this video, and they did not update Silverlight. It shouldn't be that bad to update, actually. That's actually good. If you don't have it updated on your laptop or PC, then you'll be able to do that. Okay, let's keep it, let's let it install. Let's go back to Blackboard. So after you create the account, here you'll see attendance. It's a survey that you have to take once a week. It's just attesting that you're present for the week, and you click on true and then submit, and that's pretty much what it is. And that's something that you'll have to do once a week. So as you can see here, I'll click on week 1 attendance, and then it will take me there, and click on begin. Then once we click on begin, it tells you I'm present for the week. Yes, I am. True. Except if you're not. And then save and submit. That's pretty much what it is. That's what you do attendance once a week. Once you get that done, if you go under migrate, you'll be able to see it. You'll see a check mark in front of week 1 attendance, and you're good for that week. Now the last thing that you need to worry about is discussion boards. That's something that you need to get done as soon as possible, which is an introduction of yourself. You'll find an introduction about me in there. There's actually two different forums that are available. The first one is a peer help. Peer help is if you have any questions related to the course content. So if you're doing one of the labs, you're stuck with something, you're unable to get something done, please post that in here before you get hold of me. Why do I do that? Is hopefully if you have that question, others will have it, and it will be able to bring some ideas and some questions to other people. So please make sure to post it here. Now if you have any question related to your grade, do not post that in here. That goes to me either via phone or via email or face-to-face or something. So here you just post any question that you have, and I do check these on a daily basis. So if someone answers an answer that is not 100% correct, or you do not get an answer, I will get back to you and reply to it. And then here you have the introduction. That's what I want you to go and then introduce yourself. There's about 6 questions that you'll answer. And I did introduce myself also in there, so you'll be able to see my introduction. And then here you'll have my grades, which pretty much allows you to see what you have completed every week. I do grading on a weekly basis. After every due date, that's when I go and do the grading. So we're done with this. Let's try it again. Fantastic. Okay, once you log in, once you have created your account, the first thing that will show up is the classes. And your class, it's either CMSW, 30 online or on campus. So let's go ahead and click on no, it's not letting me do it. Alright class, as you can see, I'm unable to navigate through test out after you log in. They probably having technical issues today. But if you go in Blackboard under startup session, you'll find a startup session from the winter semester. Please click on it and start watching at 11 minutes. After 11 minutes, it's the same steps that that I was going to go through. So if you scroll, keep going to 11 minutes, and you'll be able to see exactly what I was going to cover for you in here. it's the same thing. It tells you what are the steps that you need to follow, how to go through test out, and as soon as this comes back, I will try to make a new video and update that in Blackboard. But just in case it does not happen before the start of the class, it shows you what you have to complete once you go in, and it gives you all the details that you need to go through. So please watch the startup session, which is the one that is for the semester that I discussed everything, and then once you're done with that session, you'll be able to go through the second startup session, which is it shows winter 2014, and then you'll be able to go through showing you how test out works. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions, and I wish you a great semester, a very successful one. Once again, please try to jump on this as soon as possible, creating your account, so you do not waste time and do not have any trouble falling behind on this and so forth. Thank you and have a good day.